Hi, Bladder Ninjas. This is Dr. Nigel Brayer again. Last time we spoke, we talked about how mental state affects our bladder. We talked about the three main causes of stress. We talked about physical, nutritional, chemical, hormonal, and mental and emotional. So hopefully by now you've started to pay attention a little bit about what you're thinking, how your emotions affect how you feel, and you're started to draw your mind back to the here, the now, the present. The big key is to help reduce the sympathetic fight-flight response. Health is created by the parasympathetic nervous system, which allows our body to heal and restore. The sympathetic nervous system is purely there to keep us from dying or being killed. Now, that sounds pretty dramatic to a lot of you, I'm sure, but you got to remember the body doesn't differentiate between real danger, you're going to be eaten by a lion, or perceived danger, somebody's talking badly about you and you feel like you have to protect yourself. So today we're going to talk about nutritional, chemical, and hormonal stress. This ties right into pregnancy, and it also ties into aging, because a lot of folks have noticed, hey, my bladder control has changed dramatically since I've gotten older, or my bladder control has changed dramatically since I've had children, or my bladder controls can change since I've become menopausal. But you have to understand that hormones affect tissue, and your bladder and your sphincters, which are the valves to the bladder, are controlled by hormones also. So we have to understand that hormonal changes are going to happen. That isn't a, shall I say, license for suffering. However, we do have to understand that hormones can be influenced, but they also can be balanced out. So a lot of folks in our program have had a lot of hormonal issues, maybe estrogen dominance, maybe low progesterone, maybe high testosterone, maybe metabolic syndrome, maybe diabetes. Those are all different conditions that can affect not only blood sugar and energy level and hormone levels, but it also affects your ability to control your bladder. So what I want to talk to you about today is start thinking about food first. So people busily talk, or let me digress. I have patients that come in every day and say, hey doc, what should I eat, or what should I drink, or what supplements should I take, or what medication should I take? But I always start with saying, why don't we do a food journal first? Or people don't like to do food journals because they seem so boring. They'd rather me prescribe something really interesting that they feel like is going to somehow just change their life instantaneously. You have to remember what you consume every single day is influencing that body and how it's being healed and restored every day. So instead of thinking about food as just something you put in your mouth while you're busy watching television, what I would encourage you to do is start being conscientious of the food that you eat and ask yourself a pertinent question. Does this food have the building blocks to make my body better? Think about that for a second. Does the Twinkie have the food that you need to build a healthy body? Does hydrogenated fats from French fries, does that give you the healthy fat building blocks to build my body? And the answer is pretty clear when you ask the question. If that food is not going to be molded, eaten by bacteria, or go bad within a short period of time, chances are you probably don't want to eat it either. So one of the very first steps of gaining control of nutritional, chemical, and hormonal stress is just simply start asking yourself, is this food going to hurt me, or is it going to heal me? If it's going to hurt you, the answer is obvious that it's probably not helping your long-term condition. If it's going to heal you, it's probably the first step. Next time, we're going to talk more about hormones and how those hormones affect you as one of the key components of nutritional, chemical, and hormonal stress. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.